guys, it's Robin. I am, as you can see, both from here and over there, completing my internship at Tampa General Hospital, their rehab center. And these are my final internship video questions. So, first one, if you could go back in time, what advice would you give yourself before beginning this internship? There's a lot of advice, actually. I think the main thing that I would prep myself for is that in this hospital setting, the use of talk therapy, or just really going in and discussing coping mechanisms and just really just being another ear to take in the concerns and the needs and the social and emotional well-being is such an intense part of recreational therapy. I knew it was before, but actually working in a hospital, in a rehabilitation center where people are going through all sorts of diagnoses and situations that you just couldn't possibly imagine, it's exponentially more important in this particular setting. And I think that I would just, that's what I would go back in time and prepare myself for. Okay, number 2, what was your most difficult moment with a patient and how did you handle it? Oh boy. I actually haven't really had any bad experiences. Let's see, I think the most recent one that was probably the most difficult out of the entire 14 weeks, I was over in the main hospital and I was doing a one-on-one with a patient. We were doing some talk therapy, just, you know, discussing coping skills and his past and how he's going to move forward. And in the middle of this, he asked me, he goes, "Can you keep a secret?" And I was like, "It depends on what the secret is." And he pulled out a vape pen and proceeded to, you know, use it while I was there. And I kind of froze. I had no knowledge of protocol on that. I didn't know what to do. It was a situation that I had never found myself in. But, you know, in my head, I was like, okay, well, I have to tell someone. So, you know, and I told him, I informed him, I was like, I'm going to have to tell someone. So on and on, it went back and forth. When I left, you know, I told the appropriate personnel. And so the situation in and of itself was really difficult. But it was coming back from it when I was informed that patients are allowed to have their vape pens, they just can't use them, that I was like, that just seems a little sketchy. That, I don't know. Okay, that's obviously protocol, but okay. So that was my most difficult moment, for 2 reasons. Yeah, I know, not super impressive. And 3, what part of the APIDE process do you find most enjoyable at your internship site? Why? Probably the assessment, because coming full circle to what I said as my number 1 answer, the assessments allow you to just build rapport with the patient and establish yourself as a trusting figure, someone who actually cares, someone who, when you show up in their room, they're not going to be like, oh, another person. They're going to be like, oh, that's Robin, you know, she's here, she's the fun one, or, you know, what have you. It allows you to really get to know people, and, you know, and that's just the kickstart of the whole process, is you get to really know your people, and after the assessment, you're like, okay, you know, let's see what would be good for you. Are you even good, would rec therapy even be positive for you at this point? I don't know, I I just really enjoy the assessment part. It's just so much fun, and it really sets the stage for the rest of their stay here at the facility. So those are my 3 answers. I hope you guys had excellent internships as well. I know we're all really happy for it to come to an end. Graduation, getting your CTRS. Woohoo! All right.